total of that 3-day service was $83,334.33. For what?
And your total for the day is $950. That's a little pricey for surgery. Oh, that's not for your surgery. That's just for your appointment today.
Inhaler.
$100.
Yeah, you're pretty close. It's a bit more.
120
250 to 350.
for an inhaler.
Yes.
Man, so if you're poor, you're dead.
Bro, imagine being sick and hoping it goes away. Like, not because that you're just some kind of brave individual, but because you literally can't afford to find out what it is because you're afraid that it's going to like literally put you back in poverty or make you homeless. In 2026, that situation is not rare whatsoever. This is normal for a lot of Americans. Most people don't even avoid the doctor because they don't care about their health. They avoid the doctor because healthcare has become such a financial gamble. You don't just ask, what's wrong with me? You also ask, what will this cost me if I find out? Like, money has to always be a factor in our situations, and especially our health. And a lot of people technically do have insurance, but quote unquote covered doesn't mean affordable. Premiums come out of your paycheck. Deductibles mean that you pay thousands before insurance even helps you out. The co-pays stack up, and then one surprise bill can erase months of progress. So people start doing quiet math in their heads, right? And it looks like this. Is this pain worth a $300 visit? Is this test worth a $1,000 bill? Can I risk waiting another month, right? Like people really ask themselves, like people really ask these questions to themselves. Here's a choice many people are making as well, even if they don't say it out loud. Doctor or rent, health or housing, prescription or groceries, follow-up appointment or keeping the lights on. And then when your budget is already stretched out, healthcare becomes optional in a way that it never should be. Not because health is not important, but because eviction notices and late fees feel more immediate than symptoms that might get worse later. From the outside, delaying care looks irresponsible, but from the inside, it feels rational. It feels like the best thing you could do in a situation. If you go to the doctor and get a bill that you cannot pay for, you don't just have a health problem, you're gonna have a financial crisis. So people just wait it out. They Google symptoms, they self-manage, do some home remedies if they can, and they just sit there and hope and pray. And hope is starting to become more of a coping strategy nowadays for a lot of Americans. And the tragedy of all this is that delaying care often makes things worse. Small problems become big ones, treatable issues become emergencies, and preventative care turns into like crisis care. What looks like saving money in the short term often costs you far more financially and physically later. But when you're choosing between two bad options, long-term thinking isn't a luxury for a lot of people. When people avoid care, it's easy to blame individuals out here. But when millions are making the same choice, it's not a personal problem, it's a design problem in the system. A system where basic medical care feels like a financial risk will always push people to delay, ration, and avoid. That's not human nature. That's just predictable behavior under pressure. The real cost of expensive healthcare isn't just the bills that people pay. It's the care that they never get. And those invisible decisions that people make, the appointments not made, the symptoms ignored, the problems postponed, they don't show up on a statement. They show up later when the cost is higher in every single way.
So I feel like the younger generation doesn't really go to the doctor as much, and I think the older generation is very confused by this. I get a lot of questions. When was the last time you went to the doctor? Oh, it's been 8 months. Why don't you go back to the doctor? I heard your brother hasn't gone to the doctor. Why not? I'm going to explain to you why younger people don't go to the doctor. Money. It's because it's not a health decision, it is a financial decision. And before I go off on this, I'm not encouraging anybody not to go to the doctor. You absolutely should. It's like a necessity. You have to. You should get your screens, you should do all those things. But here's why we don't want to. It costs money. We don't have a lot of money. So it puts us in this juxtaposition literally perpetually. Every single time we get sick, every single time we get hurt, every single time we feel a little bit of what's that? It's somewhere in there. Of going, how much is this thing bothering me versus how much am I willing to pay to get it fixed? And unless the answer is like, I literally can't function, I'm probably just going to wait for this thing to resolve on its own or take me out. All right? Because even in a situation where it's like I broke my ankle, I still don't want you to call an ambulance. I'll limp my way to the damn doctor. I don't want you to call an ambulance because I don't want to wind up with a $3,000 bill for nothing. Okay? So I don't think older generations quite have grasped this yet, where where they think, oh, you have insurance, you're insured, so the doctor doesn't cost money. That is not what happens at the doctor. You go to the doctor because you're already sick, you're already feeling like crap, something's already wrong, and then you have to go through all the stress, all the inconvenience of calling them and then calling the insurance, and then the insurance isn't going to pay for it, and then you got to call somebody else to see if the insurance will pay for it, and by the way, long story short, they won't. Nobody will. Or they'll pay for like 10% of something that they said they were originally going to pay for most of it. All while you're paying several $100s a month to allegedly cover the thing that you're not supposed to. Whatever. You see what I'm saying? This is why people don't go, why do I want to deal with that? We already have enough stress. We already have enough stuff going on. I got to wait 3 months to get an appointment for a doctor, only to get charged a crazy amount of money for something. Just whatever. If it takes me out, it takes me out.
This is what our shitty ass healthcare has come to. Where my patients need medicine and supplies and their insurance won't cover it, and here I am spending my own money because my patient needs it, and he doesn't have any money and he can't work. And the insurance won't even cover what he needs. And I'm sad and I'm sick and tired of it.
Make this make sense. My daughter gets food poisoning. She goes into the hospital. She gets the bill for $2,500. They in turn tell her, hold on a minute, we got to put your insurance on here. And now the bill is $5,000. Welcome to the American system of broken health care. This is ridiculous. Just self-pay $2,500 with insurance $5,000. Plus they probably racked up the bill like crazy on the insurance company. This is a broken damn system. Just slap broken.
So is it true that a lot of people in the US can't afford to go to the doctor? Yeah, medical care is expensive here, especially if you don't have insurance. Well, how do people get insurance? I mean, a lot of people get insurance from their job. Oh, okay, so as long as you have a job, you get insurance. Oh, no. So it has to be a full-time job, and also it has to be the right employer, and then even then, like, different jobs offer different benefits, so it kind of just depends. Oh God, okay. But if you have a really good job, and you have really good benefits, then it's all free, right? What? No, it's not free, you still have to pay. Okay. And if you don't make a lot of money and your job isn't that great, you might have horrible benefits or no benefits, which means going to the doctor is extra expensive. Oh yeah, no, it bankrupts people, actually. What about emergencies? Like, how do people live like that? Have you heard of GoFundMe?
I will never pay a medical bill in my life, bitch. I would rather die. I'm not paying that shit. I went in for a sprained ankle. All they did is look at it and say, the bitch is sprained, and tried to hit me with a Bansky. A Bansky? Fuck no, boy, y'all ain't never seeing that band. They tried to lower it down too and work with me. Fuck that shit. Y'all ain't never seeing that money, boy. Ever.
My health insurance premiums are gonna go up $230 a month. And I realized that this is on the lower end of the price increases that many people are about to face. I can't afford this. This is not an expense that I can take on, because why, in just a couple of days, is it just going to go up from $150 a month to $380 a month? I can't pay that, especially for an insurance that doesn't cover anything. It doesn't cover my doctor. It won't give me any sort of care. It's literally the lowest insurance on the marketplace, and I just can't afford it. I'm moving abroad next year in May, so honestly, I know you should never go without it, but I can't. Like, why? Why would I pay that? It makes zero sense. I know I'm not alone in this, and I just feel a lot of anger, and I've been talking on this app for a long time about the healthcare system, especially in the state of Florida, how it is just so useless. I can't move to a different country soon enough, because now it is a race to have healthcare. The longer I stay in the United States, I will not have healthcare, and I just feel like that is not a safe way to live. My only option is to leave the country. Moving to a whole new country just to find a doctor. Who knew? The American dream, am I right?
10 grand for a baby.
2.5 grand.
So if you're poor, you're dead.
Ambulance call out. How much do you think that costs?
Zero payment.
Zero payment?
Yeah, zero payment.
No. Because $2,500.
For real?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
you look. Cost of childbirth.
Jesus. 50 grand, something ridiculous now.
100, 200.
Dollars.
Yeah.
The average is about 10 grand. It can go up to 30,000.
10 grand for a baby.
Well, I guess. How much is your child worth?
Yeah. Well, is that like the same everywhere?
The average is about $10,000. Yeah.
That's mad. Oh no, thanks.
Give birth by C-section.
Yeah.
And you would like to hold your baby after you've given birth to it.
Actually, yeah, that's what you do. Yeah. You have to pay to do that.
Yes.
To hold my own child that I've been carrying inside of my womb. Like $100.
$40.
$40.
For skin-on-skin contact. 2 EpiPens. Okay. How much do you reckon they are?
$80.
$600.
$40.
I'm afraid not.
More?
More?
$100.
More.
$150.
More.
$250.
More.
Shut the fridge.
More.
£300.
Double it.
$600.
My thing is, if I had a medical procedure done, but I'm still in the same condition afterwards, I'm not paying nothing. Don't send me no bill. Don't send me nothing. You didn't even do your job. Like, you don't need no money. I'm not paying it.
Hi, I just broke my arm. Don't worry, sir. We can fix that for $500. Oh, okay. That's a lot of money, but I am in a lot of pain, so... A month. What? That'll be $500 a month for the rest of your life, plus an additional $200 every time you want to actually see a doctor. But why would I have to pay more money to see a doctor if I'm already paying for insurance? That doesn't make sense. Hey, sir, I don't make the rules, okay? I just tell them to sick and dying people. Okay, you know what? My arm really hurts, so I'll pay the $500 a month. Okay, great. Go ahead and put your payment info in, and a doctor will be with you in around 7 months. Are you fucking kidding me? Sorry, 9 months. Unless someone passes away waiting in line with you, which is pretty likely, honestly. This is insane! I don't... Oh, God. Oh, my God, I'm having a heart attack. I need to see a doctor right away. Oh, sorry, sir, but it doesn't look like you have insurance yet. Okay, whatever. I'll just pay out of pocket, please. Okay, no problem. After all the surgeries are performed, that'll end up costing you around $100,000. You know what? On second thought, I don't need to live. Yeah, that's probably your only option at this point. Okay, can someone clean that up, please? I want to go to lunch.
Please don't say goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. My heart skips God.
Look, man, healthcare ain't a right. If you can't afford it, don't get sick. Simple as that. Right, because illness is totally optional. You think people just wake up and decide, I'll skip cancer this year? That's not what I'm saying. I'm just tired of people expecting handouts. If you work hard, you'll have insurance. Ah yes, because every minimum wage worker has access to top-tier healthcare. Congrats on making $7.25 an hour. Here's your platinum plan. Well, if you don't like your job, get a better one. The classic just stop being poor strategy. Revolutionary. No, it's about personal responsibility. We can't just have the government giving out free healthcare. That's socialism, right? And the government paying for roads, police, and military is totally capitalism. That's different. Those things protect people. And healthcare doesn't? It's not the same. People abuse the system. The real problem is sick people getting too much healthcare. Not, people dying because they can't afford insulin. America's about opportunities, not guarantees. You gotta earn it. So if you're rich, healthcare is a necessity. But if you're poor, it's a privilege, like owning a yacht. Exactly. Wait, yeah, take your time on that one. But don't get sick while thinking about it. It's pretty expensive.
I just got my hospital bill. I was in there for 3 days for a leg surgery, and I'm going to read you the itemized charge list. First, semi-private room and bed changes, $12,487. Changes for drugs and IV solutions, $2,222. Medical surgical supplies, $2,918. Clinical laboratory changes, $5,314. Operating room charges, $7,749. Anesthesia services, $2,157. Physical therapy, $874. I literally had no physical therapy. I had surgery and I walked with a nurse when I got out. And I was the one who said I wanted to walk on my own. I literally held some random nurse's arm. Emergency room services, $5,615. Recovery room services, $1,948. For a total of a whopping $41,288. Free that boy.
It's crazy to me that you can't see how much a doctor's appointment is going to cost until after. Like, every time I get a bill in the mail, I'm like, if I had known it was going to cost that much, I wouldn't have done it. It happened to me this morning. Like, I've been waiting for this bill in the mail for a few weeks now, mentally preparing myself. Like, okay, when this comes, it's going to ruin your day, and that's okay. Because every time I open the bill, I feel like I get screwed over in some way. Like, it's never on the side of the patient. And sure enough, I open the bill, and it is not the number I was expecting. It's double. So I log into my little account, and I'm like, what could possibly have made this so much more expensive than it should be? Turns out I was charged for the office visit plus this procedure, which, like, it literally was a scam. Like, this procedure was literally just the bare minimum examination tactic. Like, for the doctor to examine what it was that I was there to see him about, he literally just had to use his eyes and look, and that was the procedure. So I call the billing department and I'm like, what is this? And she's like, well, did you get the procedure? And I'm like, well, by your definition, technically yes, but like, no, because it was a scam. And she's like, well, then we have to charge it. My point is, an office visit as is several $100s. And like, if I had known that I was going to be charged double that for him to literally just use his eyes and glance at me, I wouldn't have done it. I just really don't get how that's allowed. Like, is there even anything else on this planet that's like that, where like you have to commit to paying before you even know the price? And also, it would be one thing if like the price I end up finding out is somewhat reasonable, but like, it never is.
The reason why American healthcare is so expensive is the same reason why they keep making sequels to the same movies, which is the same reason why your grocery bills are going up, which is the same reason as the reason why the media wants to keep us divided. Corporate greed. They make us believe that the Democrats and Republicans are going to save us from this misery, but in reality, this misery is the Democrats and the Republicans doing because they are bought and paid for by all these corporations that don't give a shit about us. And yet we're told to put the trust in one of them every 4 years. We're told that there are only options to be fairly represented in government. But what if we could do something better? The people yearn for change. The people yearn for a third party. Why not give it to us? Why should we give up the towel when TikTok's about to be banned, when in reality, this can only be the beginning for a new third party? I founded my own political party, the Progressive Party, because I believe that America deserves better. I believe that lobbyists shouldn't control the government anymore. I believe that prices should be lower. I believe that there should be more creativity in the art that we put out. I believe that there should be human rights for all and a peaceful world. And if this all sounds great to you, then join the movement. Go to this website to join and comment below if you want to volunteer. Thank you so much.
And your total for the day is $950. That's a little pricey for surgery. Oh, that's not for your surgery. That's just for your appointment today. What? Then how much is it for the surgery? Let's see. $3,000. What? $3,000 for a frickin'... Oh, my bad. That's just for your MRI. 1 second here. Let's see. Are you sure you don't want to just die instead? We have half-off assisted suicides. I'm not fucking dying. All right. Sheesh. All you terminally ill patients are so freaking grumpy for some reason. All right, so your real total is gonna come out to be $13,000. $13,000? Okay, well then what is it with insurance then? That is with insurance. What is it with good insurance? That's with the best insurance. How in the could that possibly be? And before you pay your deductible. And not including therapy. And if this hospital's a network. And if they accept your claim. Which they definitely won't be doing. All right, listen here, you son of a bitch. I spend over $500 a month to make sure I don't get like I am today, and you're gonna tell me after all that I still owe you over $10,000? If you're a network. If I'm a network, look, if you're a poor piece of shit, just come out and say it. I'm not poor, I just can't afford your stupid ass surgery. Sounds like something a poor piece of shit would say. All right, look, if you're gonna charge me a fortune, the least you could do is offer a courtesy bottle of lube before you turn around and me. We can do that. Insurance isn't gonna cover that though. Motherfucker.
The American healthcare system needs to get the fuck out of here, okay? This is crazy. I just asked for an itemized bill of earlier this month where I was dying and I needed to be hospitalized for 3 days.
Bitch, the total of that 3-day service was $83,334.33. For what? For what?
Oh my god. And I'm wondering if I get a degree with this service. Or walking down an aisle for surviving. You must be out your mind. This is the price of an Ivy League program. Not only was I dysfunctional during half of this stuff, I also didn't ask for half this stuff. Blood must cure cancer with how much they charge me for blood work. You gotta be $6,000. It sounds like I need to be reimbursed for all the stuff y'all took out of my body. Here's the fun part. Here's the fun part. $10,296. Do you know what that's for? That is for the HB room board semi-private med bed. Who the hell asked for that? I just need my airways open. Mind you, I got back problems. I really got back problems for 3 days in that bed. So make it make sense. Albuterol at home costs like $30. Apparently, in a hospital, it's like $462. I just needed help to open my airways. You would have thought I left with a baby. So moral of the story, it's better to ride it out and talk to Jesus. Because if it's your time to go, it's your time to go. If it's your time to stay, then he's going to make a way.
Time to pay the rent. Here's my third, and I've got mine. Sorry, boys, I can't pay my rent. Why not, Dave? I'm too sick. That doesn't make sense. Here's my doctor's note. What does it say? What do you think? It's legit. You're not sick. Yes, I am. Ask my doctor. Yeah, he's too sick. You're his doctor? Yeah, I guess. Prove it, doc. Do you want a shot? I think I'm good. Believe me now. Whatever, Dave. Pay when you can. Can my doctor stay? What? No. Aw, please. We'll be really quiet. Okay, fine. Thank you, Steve. You're the best. I need to move out.